Who was the first person to ever write with a pen? Was it a man who took his place among the stars, leaving behind the written word for all of humanity to inherit? This is our story. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Do you know who the first person was to write with a pen? Perhaps you think it was someone from thousands of years ago, someone who left behind texts detailing laws, stories, or psalms for future generations to read. But what if we told you that the first person to write with a pen was someone even greater? Someone who received knowledge directly from God and used it to pave the way for science, mathematics, and language itself. Someone who lived among us so long ago that his name has been forgotten with time. Well, this man did exist, and he wasn't just any ordinary man. He was Prophet Idris, known in the Bible as Enoch. So let us explore the story of Prophet Idris and how he became the first person to ever write with a pen. We all take you back to a time when humans were just beginning to settle down and form communities, when life was still hard and dangerous, but there was also a lot of wonder and mystery in the world. Back then, there were no books or newspapers, and knowledge had to be passed down from person to person through stories and songs. However, there was one man who changed everything. A man who took the knowledge he received from God and wrote it down so that others could benefit from it. His name was Idris. According to Islamic tradition, Idris was born around 1500 BCE in the land of Shinar, where the Euphrates River flows. At that time, there was a great deal of sin and injustice in the world, and people were living in fear. But Idris was a patient and truthful man, and he was chosen by God to be a prophet. When he was young, Idris heard the call of God and went in search of knowledge. He wanted to learn everything he could about the world and the people in it, and he traveled far and wide to find teachers who could help him. Eventually, he found a group of wise men who taught him astronomy, mathematics, poetry, and other subjects. And with this knowledge, Idris was able to help the people in his community. He taught them how to read the stars to predict the seasons and how to use geometry to build houses and bridges. He also shared his knowledge of plants and herbs and helped people to heal from illnesses. But Idris's greatest gift to humanity was his ability to record the words of God. According to Islamic tradition, Idris was the first person to ever write with a pen. One day while Idris was out in the wilderness, he saw an angel in the sky and asked him a question. "How can I get closer to God?" The angel pointed to Idris's shoulder and said, "Your answer is behind you." So Idris turned around and saw a rock monolith inscribed with writings. Realizing that these were the scriptures of prophets before him, Idris felt a sense of awe and wonder. It was a humbling experience that made him feel like he was part of something bigger than himself. From that moment on, Idris was determined to follow in the footsteps of the prophets before him and share their message with the world. It is said that after this encounter, Idris was given a pen from heaven, and with it, he began to write down the words of God. He wrote about the creation of the world, the importance of worshiping only one God. He also wrote about the rights of parents, the importance of charity, and the need for justice. His writings were not just religious in nature. He covered various aspects of life, including science, mathematics, and medicine. For example, Idris is credited with writing the first book on astronomy, which helped people understand the cycles of the moon and the stars. He also wrote about the properties of different plants and how they could be used to treat illnesses. And he developed a system of weights and measures that helped people trade fairly. What sets Idris apart from other ancient writers is the fact that he is said to have received his knowledge directly from God. He was a conduit of divine wisdom, and his writings were not based on speculation or guesswork. But what happened to Idris's writings? How did they impact the world, and why are they not available for us to read today? Unfortunately, many of Idris's writings were lost or hidden over time. Some scholars believe that they were destroyed by those who opposed his teachings, while others believe that they were simply lost as the centuries went by. However, some fragments of his work have survived and can be found in ancient texts. And it is from these fragments that we can see the lasting impact of Idris's writings. One of the most famous quotes attributed to Idris is, "Everything has been written, and nothing can be erased." This quote reflects his belief that knowledge is eternal, and that nothing can be truly destroyed. It also suggests that history must be understood in its entirety, and we must learn from both the good and bad events of the past. Another famous quote by Idris is, "The pen is mightier than the sword." This quote highlights the power of knowledge in the written word. suggests that literacy and education are essential for the advancement of humanity, that those who control the means of communication have great power. So what happened to Prophet Idris after he finished his writings? According to Islamic tradition, Idris continued to preach the message of God until he reached the age of 360. At that point, he was taken up into the heavens by God. This is similar to the account of Enoch in the book of Genesis, where it is said that he pleased God and was taken away without seeing death. In Islam, Idris is known as a wali, or a friend of God. He is mentioned in the Quran and is an important figure in Islamic eschatology, or the study of last things. In Christian theology, Enoch is considered a righteous man who walked with God and was taken to heaven without dying. This event is sometimes referred to as the Assumption of Isaiah, and it is a significant event in Christian tradition. Many scholars link Idris to the ancient roots of science, particularly to the development of language, which is seen as a fundamental aspect of human civilization. The story of Idris writing with a pen symbolizes the birth of literacy and the ability to communicate complex ideas and stories across time. If you're interested in learning more about the connection between Idris and the origins of science, we recommend checking out resources on the history of writing and the development of human civilization. You may also want to look into the similarities and differences between Islamic and Christian traditions surrounding the Prophet Idris and Enoch. We hope that these suggestions will help you further explore the fascinating story of Idris and his contributions to human civilization. To continue your journey of discovery, don't forget to stay tuned for new episodes every week. And if you've enjoyed this episode, please hit the like button to show your support. Your feedback is very important to us and helps us create more engaging content for you. We would love to hear your thoughts on the story of Idris, so please leave a comment below with your thoughts or any insights you have. Thank you for joining us on this episode of The Secret History. Until next time, keep exploring the world around you and never stop learning. Who knows what ancient secrets you might uncover? You have reached the end of another amazing episode. We hope you have enjoyed learning about the Prophet Idris and his contributions to human civilization. If you are eager to continue exploring the mysteries of the past, we invite you to subscribe to our channel and join our growing community of history enthusiasts. By subscribing, you will be the first to know when we release new episodes every week. So click the subscribe button now and never miss an episode. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications about new episodes. If you have enjoyed this episode, show your support by giving it a thumbs up. Your support motivates us to continue creating engaging and educational content for you. Thank you for watching.